Meeting to order. Today is Monday, September 8th. Welcome to the Selectmen's meeting, the first meeting in September. On my left, we have Kelly Bigos, our recording secretary, our town manager, Tom Wooden, Selectman J.D. Warren, Les Hoffman, myself, Denise Griffin, Bill Hamblin, and Wendy Wolf. And in the audience, we have our financial treasurer, Julia Latter. Okay, Tom, town manager announcements.
Thank you. The only one I have right off is just that Bike Main is coming up. As of Wednesday morning, there'll be support vehicles showing up with all their gear. The riders will start to come into town between 1 and 4 on Wednesday. There's about 300 riders coming into town and 50 volunteers.
Wow.
And they'll be staying through Thursday. There's going to be a lobster bake for them at the Footbridge parking lot at 5 to 7. And then after that, there's live music at the Opera House that's open to the public. The next day, they wake up, they have a full breakfast at the elementary school, and then they start to pack up and ride on to the next destination, which is Bath. So you will be seeing a lot of cyclists come Wednesday afternoon. So that's all I got.
Great, good. Julia, financials.
Before you have your revenue and expense sheets, total revenue year-to-date $2,048,868.75. Total expenses year-to-date $1,218,435.38. Does anyone have any questions on the revenue and expenses? We have, the first installment of taxes are due September 11th, and they're coming in as consistent as what they were this time last year. You do not have your draft sheet again. We had some timing issues with scheduling. Hopefully they'll be here actually at 9 o'clock Monday morning, next Monday morning instead of today, to go over the draft audit with us and to have the bound copies for you guys to look at before the next selectmen's meeting, so that they'll do their presentation then. And they assure me they'll be bringing me the auditor's adjustments next Monday as well. So. The total accounts payable is $296,156.32. And the bank balance is $2,631,175.95.
Question.
Yes, go ahead.
Julie, maybe you could tell me, when's the last time that we competed the audit?
That we completed it?
No, competed it for a change of auditor
The
or
first
new
year,
audit?
How many years have you been here?
Yeah, this is my
been a
8th
while.
year, so it's
Right,
been
so it's-
about 7 years.
Yeah, I think 2 years you were in your
Yeah,
auditor.
so-
So it's been about 5 years.
About 5 years.
Yeah, that's something we should look at. That's a long time to have the same,
It was
Audit
discussed
firm.
in the
Yeah, we
budget
plan to
process.
do that anyway for the next audit season. There was a
Okay.
change in personnel at the audit company sort of late in the process here, so we didn't have time to re-quote it out. So we'll do that for the next one.
okay, great. Great,
Yeah,
thanks.
I think your thinking, Wendy, is probably that every 5 years it's good to put it out to bid and get a
Yeah.
fresh look.
Yeah, put it out to bid
That
and-
was discussed in the
yeah.
budget process, that I think Mohammed
Yeah.
we would probably go out and do it again for this coming next year, so.
That's fine.
Great, okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
Okay, consent agenda. Can we have a motion to approve the minutes?
Can you ask if any item needs to be removed first?
Well, and if any other item needs to be removed, I don't think there.
I made your
What's the-
correction, Wendy.
Oh, great,
Yeah.
all right,
On my copy, so
Yeah.
the one that goes in the file will have that.
that's great. Yeah, I just corrected the name of Tom Whittle instead of Charles Whittle.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
I would like to, I'd like to
Yeah, what
make
is, yeah.
2 corrections, or offer two corrections to the minutes.
Great, we'll take them off the consent agenda
Okay,
then.
all right. So, if we're just looking at, do we need a motion for that?
No, you can just
No.
remove it for
Okay.
discussion.
All right. So, let's just have a motion to approve the minutes, and then
I move that we approve the minutes of the August 25th meeting.
Okay.
I'll second,
Okay.
yeah.
Any discussion? Or?
I guess you do have.
Sounds
do
like
you have-
you've got some
I do,
discussion.
I
Sounds
do.
like you
Go
have
for it.
discussion.
Just real picayune on page 2, under, and Kelly, I'll give you this, okay? I just want to, under number 2, I wanted to add that since her husband was the attorney for the developer of the Chimes Association, not the attorney for the Chimes Association. Just a slight difference there. And then, under page 8, I don't think the whole conversation was captioned here, so in the 5th paragraph, which was the last paragraph in item number 1, under the section on noise, I just want to put a period under the, after the parentheses, which included a lengthy and complicated process, and delete the rest of that phrase, because I don't think that phrase had to do with the summary. So, those were mine amendments.
Can you show me back on page 2 what you were talking about? I'll just
Sure.
give this copy to,
Oh,
where exactly is that?
about here?
Let me-
Number
Oh, I
2,
see.
under
Okay.
number 2?
Okay, so where it says attorney representing,
Yeah,
Representing
The
developer.
Okay.
developer
Okay.
of, add those 2 words, developer of.
okay, no problem.
Yeah, it's a really a minor thing, but it's kind of
No.
important.
If we're going to do this,
Okay.
I've got one.
Oh, go ahead. Adam.
Oh,
Are you done?
just go ahead.
Yes, I'm done.
Yeah.
That was my 2 cents worth.
On page 8, it looks like the 4th paragraph down, it says Selectman Hamblin seconded Vice Chairman Warren's motion. It wasn't a motion, it was simply a statement, and I agreed with him, but it wasn't a motion and a second. So it should state, Selectman Hamblin agreed with Vice Chairman Warren's statement.
Any other?
No, I think I've already sent mine in, thanks.
Okay. Well, if we're all okay, can we vote on approving the minutes as amended?
I think we have to accept them as
Or accept the-
amended,
all right,
and as a
accept the
seconder, I
amendment.
accept that.
Okay. Are we all in favor of accepting the minutes?
As amended.
Amended.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so we are good with that. The next item on the agenda is to approve signing POs for the formally approved Public Works and Police vehicles.
Of which they are right here.
All right, so we'll just sign them afterwards. That's really all that is on there for, right?
Mhm.
Okay, great.
Sounds good?
Old business. I don't think there is any old business because at the request of the applicant, the Wharfs and Weirs topic has been tabled indefinitely till we hear again. Which, as my understanding, I'm going to take the prerogative of the chair here. It's my understanding that the Wharfs and Weirs applicant is trying to work things out with their neighbor, which I think if I was to summarize, the sense or the tone of the last selectmen's meeting is that the Board of Selectmen really hope that neighbors, whether they be residents or businesses, really work together to solve their neighborly issues and disputes. So very glad to see that that's happening, or appears to be happening on the Wharfs and Weirs side. Just for the record, along those lines, relative to the noise issue, Tom, I'm going to give you the name of a engineer in Brunswick who does do noise testing. For future reference, in case we ever need it, Charles Wallace does do noise testing, and he is an expert witness and does it in such a way that he can be used as an expert witness in court, should the need ever arise in the future. Okay, new business. Do we have any new business tonight? I don't see any on the agenda. All right, public forum. Mr. Tomko.
Sure. Greetings, Mike Tomko, 59 Rhodes End. You caught me early. I we're moving along. Two things. Can anyone tell me what the hours of operation are of the public restrooms at the Fish Pier? I only asked because this evening, on the way over here around 6:30, I went to stop in, and it was locked. Over Labor Day weekend, I stopped by in the evening, 5, 6 o'clock, and also found them to be locked. There's no signage or anything posting, so knowing that there is traffic on the ramp, I was just wondering, do we have regular set hours, and could they be posted?
We can certainly post them, yeah. The hours for those were the hours of operation for Harbor Bait. So we can certainly post those hours. I mean, the municipality does the cleaning of them, but Harbor Bait volunteered to do the opening and closing of them, since they're already right there.
What's the Harbor Bait's hours, 8 to 5 or something?
No, I'm sure they're there at
Well, they're
4:30.
earlier.
Yeah, it's 4:30 a.m. to something.
Yikes.
Depends on their day. So it's probably not a set schedule, because they work different hours all the time, so.
I leave it to you to make your decisions if you think that that's appropriate, or if you need longer hours or not. With all the traffic that was in town, traveling up and down Atlantic Avenue, I knew it might have been a good place for people to stop. The other thing I just wanted to mention is this past weekend, or 2 weekends ago, I went to the Rock Tide and to listen to the band. I also went to the Booth Bay Lobster Wharf. I went to Capers. I went to Robinson's, a number of places that were featuring music. I found places packed with people laughing, dancing, all ages, having a wonderful time, and everyone being respectful of themselves. So I think there was a lot of positive that went on for the whole Harbor Fest weekend, but especially as regards to the music. I hope some of you had the opportunity to partake in the music and the excitement and the economic development that took place that weekend and over these 2 weekends. Thanks.
Thanks, Mike. Anybody else? Seeing none, we'll move on to our executive session. We are having an executive session tonight under Title I, Section 405, Chapter 13, 6A, Personnel Issues. So I would ask that you all vacate the room. We are back from executive session at about 8:05. No decisions were made, and no decisions will be made or are warranted. Before I get to the warrants, I just remembered one thing I wanted to remind people of. Palmer Payne at the last meeting had made mention of the county budget process, which is
Right.
Thursday night at 7 o'clock. And I cannot attend. They would love to have 1 or 2 people from Booth Bay Harbor attend. It does not have to be selectmen. It could be someone we appoint. And unfortunately, I have a previous commitment. So, I don't know if anybody can make it to the county. It probably will not be a long meeting. He said it might be as short as 15 minutes.
Oh, gosh, Thursday night is,
So Thursday
Boy.
at 7 in Wiscasset,
In
wasn't
Wiscasset,
it?
Yeah.
at the county courthouse, in the room right across the street from the county commissioner's office.
I can't do
Across the
it.
street, across the hall.
Yeah, I'm fully involved with Bike Maine that evening. I can't
Yeah, it
do
is a
that.
big bike.
Yeah,
evening.
Maine Community Foundation's having their reception, and the Y is having their.
I'll see what I can do.
Okay, that would be great.
Good man.
That would be great, appreciate it. You're not coming home from work late that
I
night,
will,
are you?
I will also see what I can do.
Okay.
Well, that's great.
It could,
It could work. It could work,
It could
particularly
work.
if you get out at 7:15.
I am a choir boy on Thursday nights, but that's a little later than that, so.
Okay. Great. Well, we're glad you're a choir boy. So, all right, I think that's all I had for last minute announcements. So we're going to move on to warrants. Could I hear a motion to
So
approve
moved.
the warrants?
So move to approve the warrants.
Second.
Okay, all in favor? Okay, motion carries. Could I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
That motion is not debatable. All in favor? Okay, thank you.
Thank you all.